I think it's the journalists who are going to end up solving this case, because the police departments aren't putting the effort in to, first of all, they're not listening to people. There are witnesses out there that the police never interviewed. And, of course, RJ has interviewed quite a few of those witnesses that have never been interviewed by the police department. And so keep up the good work, because I do believe that your work is going to be instrumental in solving especially the Tupac case. You're coming up with good stuff, and you're following up on it, unlike the police department. So what we can do is force them to do it by coming up with the information ourselves.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
All right, so you spoke to Keefe D. How does he feel about Murder Rap the book and what Greg said that he said in the book?
Well, he said it was all bullshit. Ultimately, he does not stand by what he said in that proffer interview that was, thrown together by Kading. He did not know that he was being taped. He was unaware of that, and he has pretty much admitted that most of what he told Greg Kading was not true. And the reason that it wasn't true was because he was looking at, in his words, 24 to 25 years behind bars, and you're going to say whatever it is you have to say. So he told me that. And he also told me that there was an FBI fella, I believe it was, that was still after him, but was friends with Mr. Kading. So he was very concerned about whether or not he would actually cross Mr. Kading once he had told Mr. Kading that information. But again, last time I checked, it was illegal to record a conversation with somebody without making them aware that they're being recorded. And for Mr. Kading to pony out those recordings seems a little suspicious to me. I mean, the guy wants to be a pillar of sainthood in terms of being beyond reproach. And the reality of the situation is he had no business making that tape recording. The FBI didn't want it. Didn't want him to be recorded. He didn't know he was being recorded. And Mr. Kading went ahead and recorded it anyway. And now, when asked about the recording specifically, Mr. Kading denies that he's actually the one who recorded it, that somebody else recorded it. Well, this is from the same guy who said that he wrote his own book and that he never had anybody else write his book for him and he wrote it himself. But then the other day, when somebody asked him on one of the chat boards about how the book Murder Rap got its name, he said he was sitting there with his co-writer. Who's that? Who's your co-writer, Greg?
Because you got to remember, this Kading, his motivation, of course, right from the get-go was to write this book. And I believe that he and Chuck Phillips wrote this book. I mean, he has no credibility. I couldn't trust him to work with him on the police department. He's self-absorbed, just like the LA Times reporter Chuck Phillips, and they're working together on that book. He did. There's no question in my mind.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
What up, shut up?